about that? That sound good?
That sounds good.
Y'all ready? Slow it down a little bit. You listen. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. We're going to have a couple of cat stories. I love cats. I'm allergic to them though. If you're happy and you know it, make a sneeze. You're happy and you know it, make a sneeze. If you're happy and you know it, well, your face is going to show it. I'm going to fool you. If you're happy and you know it, pat your knees and make a sneeze. If you are happy and you know it, rub your tummy. Yummy, yummy. If you're happy and you know it, pull your ear. If you're happy and you know it, well, your face is going to show it. If you're happy and you know it, touch your nose and touch your toes. Now stick your finger way up there in the air. Put your finger way up there in the air. Put your finger in the air, shake it way up there with your finger right up there in the air. Singing mood today, are you?
I am.
Let's see what we can see. We hadn't sung Fiddly-Dee in a long time. And also we hadn't done Old MacDonald. Which one you like? You can choose. Either Fiddly-Dee, because they're both about animals.
I like Old MacDonald.
Okay, let's go. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. You get to pick one animal first.
Oh. Wonder what my favorite animal would be. I just don't know.
A horse.
A giraffe.
Giraffes don't make any noise.
An elephant?
Well, they make a lot of noise. They go, whoa!
But do they live on McDonald's farm?
I wouldn't think so. I think they live out in the jungle somewhere. Get an animal like a farm animal, like a cow, pig, you know, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Maybe a chicken then.
Okay, here we go.
Because I like to eat chicken.
Okay, everybody likes chicken. Okay, here we go. Everybody get ready now. Y'all got to help us, okay? Now, old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a chicken, E-I-E-I-O, with a cluck here and a cluck there. That's pretty good. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Do that chicken again. That sounds like a happy chicken. Now this is a chicken going, that's an upset chicken.
That was pretty good too.
And then this is a chicken singing. They're happy at the end, they get ready to lay eggs.
They are funny to listen to.
Well, let's see what else we can do. That we did a chicken. Let's see, Daniel, what you say? Daniel said, let's do a dog, okay?
Oh, yeah, that sounds like
Okay.
something you would say.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on the farm he had a dog, E-I-E-I-O, with a bow wow here, and a bow wow there, and here, a bow there, wherever a bow wow, with a cluck here, and a cluck there, and a hit cluck there, cluck there, where a cluck cluck.
Oh, MacDonald had a farm,
E-I-E-I-O. This song gonna get complicated before we get through. Now, what you gonna do? All right, now we've had a chicken and a dog.
Okay, let's do a cat.
Okay,
Since
here
the
we go.
story's about a cat.
Okay. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on the farm he had a cat, E-I-E-I-O, with a meow here and a meow there, and a here, meow there, meow everywhere, meow, bark, bark here, and a bark, bark there, and a here, bark there, bark everywhere, bark, bark, bark here, and a cluck, cluck there, click, click, cluck, cluck everywhere. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Sounds like we have a farm in here. A cow. I see a cow.
Okay. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on the farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a
Chocolate milk here.
and plain milk there, and buttermilk here, milk everywhere, cow everywhere, dog everywhere, row, 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 meow, meow, chicken, old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Singing so much fun. Singing is so much fun. Let's see, what else do we need? We need a goat. I love goats.
Oh, we do need a goat.
Now old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on the farm he had a goat, E-I-E-I-O. With a bat here and a bat there and a bat everywhere, and a moo here and a moo there and a moo everywhere. Whoop whoop here and a whoop whoop there, whoop 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 everywhere, and a meow here, meow there, meow everywhere. Cluck 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 cluck, the chicken here, the chicken there, cluck 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 everywhere. What's that rooster doing in there? Good language. Let's see, let's do one more, so pig.
Oh, a pig.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on the farm he had a pig, E-I-E-I-O, with an oink here and an oink there, here an oink there, an oink everywhere, oink oink. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and he had a moo, moo. He had a dog, row, 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 and he had a cat, and he had a chicken, and a pig, oink, 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 oink. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a bunch of kids, E-I-E-I-O, with a ha-ha here and a ha-ha there, ha-ha-ha-ha everywhere.
Ha ha ha.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Oh, that was fun, wasn't it?
That was fun.
That was really good. Let's see what else we can sing. Let's stop and think. Now, you know, they don't remember, a lot of them don't remember Coming Around the Mountain, but that's a good song.
It is a good song.
Maybe they will, okay? You
Okay.
ready? And you're driving horses in there. Just
Oh.
winding away, can see.
Wow.
Okay, let me be the horse. Whoa! I can do a good horse.
You can do a good horse.
Clip up on the edge. Yeah, okay, you do. Whoa, Bessie, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Coming round the mountain when she comes. Coming round the mountain when she comes. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Coming round the mountain. Coming round the mountain. She be coming round the mountain when she comes. Giddy up. Whoa, Bessie. Woo. Now we got to go out and meet her. There's a bunch of company coming.
Oh.
Now let's go out to meet her when she comes. How to do? Let's go out to meet them when she comes. Y'all come on in. Let's go out to meet them. Now we got to smile and hug and greet them. Let's go out to meet them when they come. Now coming round the mountain when she comes. Coming round the mountain when she comes. Oh, coming round the mountain. She be coming round the mountain. She be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. Whoa! Now that's a chicken. How'd that get in there? Driving 6 white horses when she comes.
Maybe she's bringing it for
She'll be
Thanksgiving.
driving 6 white horses. Don't gotta be a turkey. Oh, driving 6 white horses. She be driving 6 white horses when she comes. Yeah, she's got a turkey. In there in the kid back in the back of the wagon. Okay, now let's see. We got to see what else. She's coming. She got to. Let's see what. Now we're good. We went out to be. We got to kill the old fat turkey. Okay, we're gonna kill that old fat turkey when she comes. Kill that old fat turkey when she comes. Kill that old fat turkey. We go kill that old fat turkey. We go kill that old rascal when she comes. Shot him. Got him. Now. Let's see what else. We got to make chicken and dumplings, all with the dressing and all that. You got to have that.
Really?
We go cook some chicken and dumplings when she comes. Yum, yum. Cook some chicken and dumplings when she comes. Roll it out. We gon' cook some chicken and dumplings. We gon' cook that chicken and dumplings. Need a little more salt. Cook that chicken and dumplings when she comes. She gon' be wearing red pajamas when she comes. Woo, woo. Wearing them red pajamas when she comes. Woo, woo. Wearing them red pajamas. She gon' wear those red pajamas. She be wearing red pajamas when she comes. Well, she's gonna have to sleep with Grandma when she comes. Oh no. Have to sleep with Grandma when she comes.
She
Ain't no more room.
snores.
Have to sleep with Grandma, and Grandma hollers and snores and pulls cover. Roll over. Have to sleep with Grandma. She'll have to sleep with Grandma when she comes. Tell her, poor thing. Poor thing. Now coming round the mountain when she comes. Coming round the mountain when she comes. Coming round the mountain, she be coming round the mountain. She be coming round the mountain when she comes. Well, we had a fine visit and we had such a good Thanksgiving. Oh my.
Yeah.
We had turkey dinner.
Turkey dinner.
Turkey dinner.
Turkey dinner.
arms.
Gather round.
Well, who will eat the drumstick?
Who will eat the drumstick?
The yummy, yummy drumstick.
The yummy, yummy drumstick.
Everyone sit down.
Everyone sit down.
Say the blessing before you pass the dressing. Here we go. Now, chestnut stuffing
Chestnut stuffing
and cornbread dressing
and cornbread dressing
and chocolate pie.
and chocolate pie.
Cool whip that high.
Cool whip that high.
Well, now we were all much thinner
We were all much thinner
before we ate that dinner.
before we ate that dinner.
Me, oh my.
Me, oh my.
Burp.
Excuse you.
Thank you. Wasn't that fun? So much fun to sing again. See, sometimes I almost like telling the story with music in it. A lot of times it is. That was lots of fun. Thanks for helping us. We hope you sing it home with us because we know you probably know all of these songs from maybe when you used to go to Story Hour a long time ago. And one of these days we'll be going back to Story Hour at the library and then they'll know them.
That's right.
They'll say, I learned that when we had that virus and we couldn't go to the library.
That's right.
That's good.
Mhm.
Well, you remember I told you we're going to have a cat story.
We go have a cat story.
And it is going to be good. It's about a little kitten. And these are all Scooter Mouse stories. And I thought Scooter Mouse was pretty brave to have a cat story because he is scared of cats.
Oh yeah.
Mice are, it's something about mice and cats. They are just enemies.
They are.
I know. But Scooter Mouse realizes that lots of children love cats, dogs. Some kids have pigs for pets, horses. I mean, all kind of pets. And so he realizes that. So this is a sweet story about a little kid, and he's so darling. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Okay. Let's see. I don't know if you've ever done this. Look, it says, "My grandma's chair is rocking, 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 and my grandpa's clock is tock tick tocking, tock tick tocking, and grandma's chair is gone." Stop, it's rocking, and then grandma's clock is gonna stop. Tick, tock, tick, tock. See, that gets you real quiet, ready to listen to a story.
Okay.
Now, this is a story about a little kitten, and he grew up to be a big kitten, but his name was Mittens. Can y'all hook that up? Maybe I can spell it. Let's see. Mittenen. It rhymes with kitten, doesn't it?
It does.
I had a kitten named Mitten. Yeah, so that's good. Okay, y'all ready? Once upon a time, there was a little boy, and his name was Richard. And Richard loved cats, but he did not have one. And every time he would see one, he'd say, "Mama, look at that big old pretty yellow cat." Or he'd see one and he'd say, "Ooh, boy, Mama, Daddy, look at that big old pretty black cat. That looks like a Halloween cat." And he'd be, "Mama, Daddy, please let me have a cat." And Mother would say, "No, we just don't need another, we don't need a pet." But he would beg his mother, "Mama, if you would let me have a pet, I promise you I would take care of it." "No, I know what'll happen. You'll get busy and I'll be the one to have to tend to it, and I've got too much to do." Well, that little boy named Richard, he just kept on begging his mother. And he didn't nag her, but I mean, he really wanted one so bad, and so it was going to be his birthday, and he came to his mother and daddy and said, "Mama, Daddy, y'all, it's going to be my birthday, and more than anything for my birthday, please let me get a kitten." And so finally the mom and daddy talked. Mama tried to talk like this, and he knew they were talking about it. And so finally his mom came in and said, "All right, Richard, your daddy and I talked now, and Daddy and I decided if you'll take care of him, feed him and tend to him and brush him, get his litter pan changed, you got to clean that, everything. Well, we're going to let you have one. But now the first time you get lazy and you don't feed to him and he's hungry and you haven't fed him, we're going to take him right back to the shelter." So they went to the shelter to get him. That's a good place to
It
get
is a
him.
good
Yeah,
place.
because those are little homeless animals. Sometimes people treat them really ugly. Sometimes people mean they just throw them out and say, "Oh, somebody else feed them." That mean? I'm
That's
not doing that.
mean.
So anyway, they went down there to the shelter, and he picked out this darling little black and white kitten. Now, it is adorable. Look at that. I mean, even if you didn't like cats, you get to like that.
That's right.
Isn't that
Look how
adorable, look at-
cute.
Oh, and he was a sweet little kid. When Richard held him, he just snuggled up close to him, and he purred. We always call that zoo-zooing. That means a cat's happy when he does about
That's
that.
right. We always said his motor was running.
That's a good idea. Sound like his motor's
His
running.
motor's running.
Okay. Now, sure enough, Richard, true to his word, now I have to give him that part. He fed him and he tended to it and kept his little box all clean. Sometimes he'd say, "Mama, would you wash Mittens' blanket? He's had it a while. It probably needs to be washed." See, he was really taking care. Kept his little pan where he used the bathroom in his little pan. He kept that all clean. He did a really good job. Kept him fresh water, and he always made sure he fed him. Kept him little treats out. So that little cat really loved him. If you don't take care of an animal, he won't. See, he's gonna come to whoever takes care of him.
That's right.
That's why a lot of times when a family, the animal loves the mama or the daddy, because they're the ones that take care of them. But if you want something to really love you and be loyal to you have to feed it and let it know that you're gonna take care of it.
That's
And
right.
and look, his Aunt Lucy brought him a blanket and it was so cute, and that darn it had little pink roses on. And he'd eat his supper, and then he'd get up there in that
And
blanket,
curl
up, and
up.
he'd have his little, what'd you say?
His motor
His
was
little
running.
motor was running, yeah. Now, he was a clean little kitten, and he didn't have any trouble with fleas. Because there's a little pill you can give cats and dogs now, and it'll make them they won't have fleas. So they took very good care of Mittens. And look, this is Richard.
Aw.
Richard wake up in the morning, and sometimes when he'd wake up, his mother or daddy would take Mittens and put him on the bed there with Richard, see? And then Mittens would come over and he'd rub him up against him and Zuzu, and his motor would go on. And look, this is so cute. This is a little pink bowl that Richard had, see? And that's what he would feed him, his little kibbles and all his little cat food in. He liked crunchy food, and he liked soft cat food sometimes for a treat too. And look, this is the cutest thing about him. See, whenever he get through eating, then he was very clean, and that was his little paws that he would call it, and that's why Richard called him his mittens. See?
Okay.
Now this is where the trouble started. Well, one day the neighbor came over, and they had a little girl named Lena Beth. And Lena Beth was just not quite, she just was about a year old. She was just walking, and she was into everything. Richard had to be sure when she came over to find some things that she could play with, that she wouldn't get hurt with. And he also put his things that looked, that were easy to be broken, he laid them up where Lena Beth wouldn't get into them. But Lena Beth was absolutely delighted with Mittens. And she followed Mittens around, and Mittens got under the bed, and she crawled under the bed, and Mittens got behind the couch, and she went behind the couch. And she was fascinated with Mittens' tail, and she thought that was a nice thing to carry. Mittens finds his tail. Cats do not like to be carried by their tail.
They do not.
So Mittens did not like it. And
Guess
so
not.
Mittens ran and hid. And when Daddy came in the door from work, Mittens ran out the door, and nobody even noticed it.
Uh-oh.
And he ran, and all he could think of was getting away from Lena Beth, who liked to carry him by his tail. Now, he got out there, and it began to get dark, and he began to get hungry, and he didn't know how to get back home. His little tummy was getting empty, and he was hungry, and it was getting dark.
Oh.
Listen, when it begins to get dark, I want to get home. I'm bad about that. And I want to get home to my house and where I'm nice and comfortable and safe. And that's the way he did, but he didn't know how to get there. Well, Richard went out and called, "Kitty, kitty, 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 kitty. Come on, Mittens, kitty, 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 kitty." Mom, I don't know where Mittens is. I think he got out when Daddy came in. It's cause Lena Beth was chasing him, pulling his tail. Well, darling, she's just a baby. Yeah, but anybody ought to know not to pack a cat by his tail. Mittens didn't like that. He went out and tried again. He went on the front porch. Kitty, 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 kitty. He put some food out there. Well, Mittens didn't come. Well, Richard went to bed. He was just a crying. Mama's called it squalling. Oh, he was making a lot of racket. Nobody could sleep. He was worried about that cat, and the cat didn't come. And the next day, Mittens didn't come. See, Mittens going on down the street, got lost. Cats are bad to do that. They'll climb over fences and up trees and everything. Well, his daddy and him, they got on the Facebook. They used to put it in the paper, but now they put it on Facebook.
That's right.
That Mittens the cat was lost. Kitten was lost. Would you please? He was black and white. He was a very friendly, beautiful cat. If anybody saw it, and he left Richard's telephone number, his mom and daddy's telephone number. Well, one day they heard this knock. Can you knock on your door? I said, no. in your chair. See, there you go. And their doorbell didn't work. They're like Miss Mattie's doorbell. Sometimes it works when it wants to, and then other times it won't. So anyway, they knocked on the door. And here was a big boy. This was a third-grade boy. And he had a big, old, tough-looking white cat. And he said, "Hey, listen, tell Richard I'm sorry about his cat, but this cat's been hanging around our house, and he's just a stray, and he's hungry. Could you would Richard like to have him?" But Richard did not want him. He was a big cat. And Richard said, "Maybe you could take him down to the animal shelter." And the boy said, "I think I'll do that because he needs a home." So Richard did not want that big cat. And next day, oh my goodness gracious, here are two sisters coming. Look at that, that's Lucy and Eloise. Eloise is a baby. And they had kittens, and they said, "Look, our mama cat had kittens, and you can have one of these kittens. You can have the whole box of them." And his mother was in the kitchen. She said, No, that's all right. We're waiting. We think we're probably going to get Mittens back. We'll get him, find him if he does. She didn't want all those baby kittens.
That's right.
So the girls took the kittens on. They're going around trying to find them. I think they're probably going to take her to a story hour and give them to all the children.
Oh, probably so.
Okay. Now, then the door, can you knock on the door? The doorbell's not ringing today. Thank you. And here's this little old lady like me. I'm a little old lady. And she's a little old lady. And she had this little straggly, hungry kitten. And she said,
Oh.
"Listen, I wondered if you would like to have this little kitten. It's been hanging around my back door, and I'm just too old to have a cat. And besides, I'm allergic to cat fur. How about you take this one?" He didn't want that one. It looked kind of like Mittens, but he did not want it.
That's what happens when you put stuff on Facebook.
I don't know if they could. And look, there's all people bringing all kind of cats. Have you ever seen so many cats? Every time you turn around, somebody's trying to give them a cat. And Richard's mom and daddy would say, no. Well, Richard was just heartbroken. And one night he was so down in the dumps, and he was so sad because his cat was gone, and he worried about it. He was afraid he got smushed by a car, or chased and eat up by a big dog, or up in a tree and it wouldn't get down. And he was just worried to death. He had a big imagination like I do. He was just thinking all kind of bad things. One night, he was so down in the dumps, they decided they'd have pizza for supper just to make him feel better. Mom and Daddy felt really sorry for him. So they were all sitting there and they were eating pizza. He liked pizza. He liked pepperoni pizza where he pulled those little round things off and just ate the cheese. And he was sitting there and he was munching on his pizza. Daddy was eating his pizza and he had put his little round things from Richard on his, and he was eating. All of a sudden there, meow. Can you meow? I can't meow very good. See. Meow. That's good. Meow. That's a good meow. Richard said, "Mama, Daddy." Listen, he forgot all about his pizza. He jumped up and ran to the back door and opened the door, and look who was at the back door. Oh, he was so tickled to see Mittens. He just scooped him up and just hugged him. He was so glad to see him. And as soon as Mittens smelled that cheese on that pizza, you could tell he was really hungry. And so Richard pulled him off some little pieces of that cheese, and the pepperoni was too spicy. He didn't give that to him. And that little kitten just ate. He drank. He ate his cat food, and then he got pizza for dessert. And that night, Richard and his mama and his daddy and Mittens all slept very, very good. It's a good thing the next day was Saturday and his daddy didn't have to go to work because they slept late. They did. They had a fine time. And that was a good story now.
That
You
was
have to clap for
a good
that.
story.
Yay! Woo! That was very good, wasn't it? I guess we better say
was.
goodbye. We had such a good time doing.
We did.
Singing. We're so glad y'all come to Story Hour. Our Story Hour is just special for all of us kids around here.
No,
Just so
I
much
know
fun.
it.
Because we love them.
Yes, and I miss them.
I do too. We miss y'all. We're going to throw y'all a kiss. Goodbye, goodbye. We're glad you came today. Goodbye, goodbye. We're glad you came